Hey, Dreamboat, come and tie this for us. Dennis, you've got all day to read the cartoons.
Oh, there's no rest for the wicked.
Yeah. Oh, I'm dying for a cup of tea and it's nearly coming home time. Oh, all right then, I'll do it myself.
You've cut yourself, it's your own fault. You want to act your age.
Oh, you don't look fine, want to talk. It was you that brought the flaming thing home.
Well, what flaming thing home?
That flaming baboon, and we'll have less of your swearing and all.
What's he got to do with it?
What's he got? He's only taken a lump out of my thumb, that's all.
Well, what can you expect? They're nearly human, you know. They can tell when they're not wanted.
And you are dead on the ball that time, and so was he. And the next time you decide to turn this house into an hotel, at least you let me know who it is and what it is, and we'll have less of the airy ones in future.
You don't hear me carrying on like that when you have who you want home, do you?
Oh, such as who, for instance?
Such as the Admiral of the Fleet, for instance. I suppose supposed to be parking his behind on my chair again all night.
Well, that's not very likely. He can't be in two places at once, as big as he is. He's on a second course in London, as a matter of fact. And anyway, that reminds me, my friends don't stink the house out when I bring them home. And you can pour a bottle of disinfectant down that sink. It smells like Bellevue in there.
And another thing, next time he comes here, you can tell him to keep his flaming fingers off that telly and all.
Why, you ungrateful little... He's only trying to put the picture right, you know. They're ordinary people on telly. They don't have little squashed-up heads and tiny legs like that.
I like it like that.
Aye, and you like milk and all by the look of it. Go and get some.
Some milk?
Yeah, you know, milk. You'll have heard of it. White stuff comes in bottles.
You like it without, don't you?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't waste my breath.
Well, it might be radioactive, you know.
You'll be radioactive. Now go and fetch some milk.
Well, you see, I don't think we've got any. You see, I gave it all to Rupert. You were dead thirsty.
And so am I.
Well, I couldn't help it. He just took it, you know. If I'd known you were going to make a noise like this over a little
Dennis
bottle of milk...
Tanner, how long have you lived in this house?
All my life, and it's no wonder I'm daft.
Well, all your life, every day of your life, the milkman has been graciously delivering 1 pint of milk to our front door for our consumption. It's a very funny habit, I know, but nevertheless he does it. Now go and get some milk
now
and start talking about that boozy monkey.
Why couldn't you say so in first place? You go all round the houses, you do, before you get to the point.
Oh, and don't take all day about it. Some people have got to work for the living, you know.
Oh, heck.
What's up with you?
Sorry, Dennis, for the minute I thought you was Rupert.
Oh, very funny. Remind me to laugh.
Sorry I spoke. What's up? Have you lost him again?
Oh, we are on form this morning, aren't we? What else can you do besides look daft? I'll get you on stage.
What, with King Kong? Thanks very much.
Have you no work to go to?
Yeah, I've just got... Oh, pardon me for adding, but is it feeding time?
I'll swipe you with this if you're not...
Is this just between you two, or can anyone play?
Now, what do you want?
Oh, it is lovely to have a loving brother. They say such nice things.
Yeah, they have such nice pets and all, like monkeys and things like that.
I'm going back to bed. You've all gone flaming mad out here.
Hey, has my mum gone yet?
No, she's still in there mucking about with your face.
Well, I'll love you and leave you. Oh, I do like your jacket, Dennis. Dead groovy, these Italian stripes, aren't they?
Oh, go away, flat face.
You send him to the front door, he takes a fortnight's holiday, eh? Oh, hello, love.
Hello, ma'am.
Well, what's the matter? Are you making cheese or something?
I'm bringing it.
Oh, I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself with that heavy load all the way to the kitchen. It's too late anyway now.
Oh,
Mum, does it matter if it's a few late for work today?
Well, I'm late already, love.
Well, there's something I want to tell you.
Well, tell me after.
Well, it's important.
Well, look, tell me later, love. I'm not immigrating. Ta-ta, then.
Hey, have you said anything to her?
Who?
You, big mouth.
What about?
About what we was talking about last night about going to Canada.
Have I heck?
Because if you do, I'll brain you, Dennis.
I've told her I wouldn't tell anybody.
Well, when the time comes to tell her, I'm the one who's going to do it, so think on.
Hey, I haven't opened my trap this morning. Ever since I got out of bed, everybody's gone mad. You can say what you like about Rupert. He's a sight better off than me.
I don't understand it, Jack. You've stood behind that bar all night, listening to all sorts of tittle-tattle, then you've the cheek to turn round and tell me you don't know anything about it.
I've told you you know as much as I do.
Now, don't be like that, love. Let's face it, you've always been very well in with Ivan. You must know what's what. And you've always been a bit of a washerwoman, too, if it comes to that, the best of times.
No, Annie, it's not me that's a washerwoman.
Meaning?
Now, look, all I know is that Linda and Ivan are thinking about it. And from what I can see, they seem pretty keen on it and all.
Yes, but when are they thinking of going?
I don't know the ins and outs, love. I only know they fancy going.
Honestly, Jack Walter, it's like getting blood out of a stone. I don't know.
Well, I've told you all I know.
Well, really, love, I think it's a bit thick. If you're going to start sulking, it doesn't matter. Elsie Tanner will tell me when next she comes in. She knows all about it, I expect.
Hey, have you thought we're going to be short-handed if Ivan goes?
Well, what do you think I'm pumping you for? Heaven knows I'm not of a nosy disposition.
No. Capital, we've got her in laid up now.
Yes, I know. Not that she'd have been much good, love, if she'd been here. Let's face it, I don't think she could have coped with the Christmas trade. Mind you, I've nothing against the girl. She's very good when she's not mooning about daydreaming.
She's very popular with the regulars, and she's not a bad lass, you know.
No, I suppose so. Give her time, love. Let her settle in. Give her a chance. Fair's fair, you know.
Well, that's what I was saying.
No, what I'm hoping, love, is that Concepta will come permanently. I think that's the answer.
Hey, she's got enough to do. she's wed now, you know.
Oh, yes. Well, if you'll cast your mind back to Maudsley Street Church, 22nd of July, 1933, it might occur to you that somebody else is married, and I'm not complaining.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye. Anyway, I'll speak to Conceptor.
Oh.
Good morning, Mr. Swindley.
An understatement, Miss Nugent. It's an excellent morning.
Yes, it has kept quite dry, hasn't it?
Oh, it's a morning of promise. A new dawn of challenge and opportunity. A day, Miss Nugent, of revolution.
Oh, it's not Mr. Khrushchev.
Mr. Khrushchev? No. No, I don't think you quite follow. Allow me to clarify the situation. For some weeks, Miss Nugent, I've lain in my bed begging for Morpheus
Oh,
to...
Mr. Swindley. I didn't know. You must have been very poorly. You were giving that to my uncle when he was sinking.
No, Miss Nugent. Morpheus, god of dreams, son of sleep.
Oh, I see.
I was unable to rest because my mind was troubled. But now, my path is clear.
Yes.
Now you and I can face the future with hope renewed.
I'm all confused.
Well, now please sit down and I'll endeavour to explain. This little shop of ours, which we cherish so much, has of late been losing money. But now, I've come to a decision of great import.
About me, Mr. Swindley.
About you, Miss Nugent. You're not losing money, are you? No, about the shop, Miss Nugent. About the shop. Today we're entering into an era of new scientific marketing. Henceforth, Swindleys will go into the very homes of the people. And what's more, we've got a slogan. Credit with respectability.
Oh, that's nice. I like the wording.
These leaflets announce our offer. Take now, pay later. Gracious living on easy terms. An exciting enterprise, eh, Miss Nugent?
Yes, wonderful. I thought it was something to do with me.
Well, so it is, Miss Nugent. You shall put the leaflets in the envelopes and post them to... No. On second thoughts, rather than inconvenience you with humdrum clerical activities, I'll take them out myself and deliver them personally. A day of enterprise indeed.
Yes, very nice.
That's rather trite phraseology, Miss Nugent, but it echoes my sentiments precisely. Credit with respectability. The answer to a maiden's prayer, don't you think?
Oh, well, better show willing, I suppose. One day near it's a Friday.
Yeah.
Was your breakfast all right? You haven't eaten much.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why haven't you finished it, lad? You can't do a full day's work, you know, on an empty stomach.
Oh, I'll be all right.
All right, well, side the table when you finish. You know, we can't expect us to do everything. You've got enough to do as it is.
Right, okay.
You won't say anything wrong, lad. You're not saying very much this morning. You better get a move on, look at the time.
Oh, it's all right. You go on.
Well, you've only got your coat to put on.
Yeah, but I want to stop at Flowery Linda's and get some fags on the way.
Oh, I see. All right, well, I'll see you later then, Ken.
Right, cheerio then.
Ta-ra, lad.
Now, Dennis, Mr. Walker will tell you there's no one hates cruelty to animals more than I do, but I do think you might have had him on a chain or something.
Well, he's a very well-trained animal as a rule, Mrs. Walker. You could take him anywhere. Anyway, my mum says I've got to pay for the damages. Will £5 bob a week be all right?
Hey, put your money away, lad. I'm claiming off insurance.
Oh, I didn't know you could do.
Ah, well, it doesn't happen very often, but I've made inquiries.
Right, thanks.
Yes, well, I must say you've been let off very fortunate. If that monkey had been allowed to run riot for another 5 minutes, I honestly don't think we'd have had any stock left. He was a very destructive animal.
Well, you know how it is, Mrs. Walker. You can't teach a dumb animal to be careful, can you? Hey, do you mind if I use your phone again, please? I've got 4pence.
I suppose not.
Right. I didn't know you had any glasses on there, Mrs. Walker.
Well, we haven't now, have we?
No.
They'll be £half each, I'm afraid.
Oh. Couldn't you claim it off the insurance? No, I suppose not. There's £5 bob here. It came in useful after all, didn't it? Right, thanks.
By gum, it never rains, but it pours.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Walker.
How do you do?
Good morning, Mr. Swindley.
I trust I don't arrive at an inconvenient moment.
No, indeed. We've just opened up. What can I do? Can I get you something?
No, as a matter of fact, there's something I might be able to do for you, if I may make so bold.
Well, if it's about the curtains, I haven't quite made up my mind yet. You see, I haven't decided on the rest of the decor.
No hurry about that, Mrs. Walker. There'd be no cause for consternation. No. I've come on a different errand.
Hello.
Hello, love.
Mr. Walker, have you got a bag of crisps?
Of course we have.
Oh, do you know, Jean Stark's been driving me mad. She's been sitting at a machine fancying a bag of crisps ever since she clocked on.
Well, it's very nice of you to come and get them for
Oh,
her,
out
love.
for a quiet life. Stick a face in these and she might shut up for a bit.
Hey, don't they ever say out to you, lass?
What about?
I mean, going running errands when you ought to be working.
No, they get enough out of me, don't they? Anyway, it's nearly clocking on for dinner time.
Well, there you are, Mrs. Walker. Credit with respectability. The very latest in sales technique was practiced by our transatlantic cousins. Take now, pay later.
If you mean getting it on the never, that's been going since the year dot.
Well, I think it's very interesting, Mr. Swinley, and I'll certainly pop in when I get a minute.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Mrs. Walker. It's very shrewd of you, if I may say so, to take this opportunity while the present stocks last.
No good. You'd never sell anything from your shop, even if it was on the never.
Hmm?
Well, I mean, we don't wear lace stays and ugly tights nowadays, you know. Fashion killers went out with the ark.
I trust, Miss Hardman, that you're not referring to our comfy wear Kemi-Knicker range. Because if you are, I may say that Miss Nugent speaks very highly of them.
That's what I mean.
Hello, Kenneth, what are you doing here?
Hello, Esther. Just breaking up the happy home at the moment. One cup gone west so far.
Serves you right. You should have left it for me. What are you doing here anyway? Not got a cold, have you?
Oh, no, nothing as drastic as that.
Oh, just thought you'd have the day off.
Not just this one, Esther. I packed it in.
You what?
The job. Finished on Friday.
No. What'd your dad say?
He doesn't know, not yet, anyway. Well, I couldn't have gone on much longer, Esther. It was getting me down. I don't think I'm cut out to be an organisation man, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life in a glass cage pushing people around.
What you gonna do, love?
I don't know. I'll probably try for a teaching post. Trouble is, won't be any vacancies till next term now.
What do you think your dad will say?
Probably hit the roof, I should think. Never understands anything I do. Anyway, I'll tell him tonight. Not looking forward to it, though.
Don't wonder. What you going to do in the meantime?
Oh, I'll get a temporary job.
Doing what?
I don't know. Get fixed up with something. I can always wash dishes, you know.
More willing than I am to give someone a helping hand. I don't care who it is, but there isn't a day passes that lad doesn't come wandering in on some excuse or another, and I wouldn't care. But there's a call box in Beulah Street, not 100 yards away.
Well, he does no harm, love, but he always gives us the fourpence.
That is not the point, Jack. This is a public house, not a post office. And to top it all, that Jed, whatever his name is, came in the other day, ringing up everyone they knew and using some very funny language.
Right, oh, I'll have a word with him about it. I'll soon put a stop to it.
Now, you can't suddenly turn round, you know, love, and stop him all of a sudden like that. No, that's not what I have in mind at all, no. We'll wait until we're modernised, then we'll have a proper call box installed, and then they can ring away to their heart's content.
Well, it will be like a post office then, won't it?
Honestly, Jack, there's a very mean side to your nature. I really cannot see that it bothers you if a customer occasionally uses the telephone.
Hello, Kenneth.
Hello, Kenneth.
Oh, have they run out of steel at your place or something then?
No, I've left, actually, Mr. Walker. I don't work there anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, not quite my cup of tea, I suppose. Mind you, I think the feeling was mutual. I don't think they're all that much in love with me, either.
Well, you're best out of it then, love.
Oh, that's right. If you're not happy at your work, it's no good. Well, you haven't come in here to drown your sorrows, have you?
No, no. I was wondering if I could have a word with you both in confidence.
Oh, of course you can, love.
Well, it just occurred to me that, well, actually, I was wondering if there's any chance of a temporary job here.
What, you mean part-time, waiting on?
Well, yes, anything like that. Any sort of extra help you might need.
Oh, I don't know, love, I'm sure.
Hey, do you think you'd like it here, lad? I mean, it's no good jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, if you follow me meaning.
Oh, well, it's only for the time being, you know, until I get fixed up with something else.
Well, I don't know.
Well, look, will you think it over and let me know?
We're up to our eyes in it at the moment, love, but we'll have a chat about it and see.
Right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Kenneth, love.
Boy, governor seemed to have no but trouble in that family. At college for 3 years and to finish up working in a pub, eh?
Well, there's no disgrace in that. It's better than being on the dole.
Ah, but it wouldn't work out, lass. Kenny's baller waiting on. I can't see it myself. I don't think he'd stick it 5 minutes.
I don't know. It'd be nice to have someone with Kenneth's manners behind the bar, wouldn't it? Especially when we get modernised.
Well, I think we'd be better off with Concepta if only she'll come.
I suppose you're right. Gum, they'll be having Boy Scouts next.
How do you mean, Ena?
How do I mean? That was Frank Barlow's lad asking for a job.
What, here?
No, Buckingham Palace so he can write his memoirs. By gum, he must be short of a bob or two, willing to sell his soul to Annie Walker.
I should have thought he'd have been able to get a job anywhere with his schooling.
There's a difference between being able to and wanting to, isn't there? Young fella sat on his behind reading his books all day, living to his Lloyd George. They don't know they're born. Duke of Edinburgh might well have something to say about it.
Oh, he's finished his footballing then, has he?
Who?
Frank Barlow's lad.
We was talking about the other one, Kenneth, the one with all the letters behind his name. The other one's moved to London.
Oh, yes, they do a lot of that, footballing.
A lot of what?
Moving. They go down to show them how to kick.
What's she rambling about?
Oh, I don't think I know, Ena.
Stanley Matthews moved, you know. He removed to Stoke.
Well, where does he come into it?
And Blackpool, Martha. I read it in the paper.
Oh, take no notice of her, Ena. She's not with us. It's a bit early for her yet.
Excuse me, ladies. I'm sorry to disturb you. So we were something out we haven't paid for, you know. Well, I just thought this might interest you. Mr. Swindley left it. It won't interest me then for a start.
Oh, what is it, Mrs. Walker?
Well, if Mr. Swindley left it, I can tell you one thing.
What's that, Mrs. Sharples?
It's not a bingo card. Let's have a look. Credit with respectability. I wouldn't credit him without. Hey, what's up with this? Are you getting some commission out of this or something?
I'm getting nothing, Mrs. Sharples. I just thought it might interest you and your friends. There are some people who like to get something for nothing, you know.
What, with this a lot of fancy price swindler? That'll be the day. Oh, there's sure to be a catch in it somewhere. Tuppence in arrears to take the chair from underneath you.
Oh, I don't know, Ena. There might be something in it. Hey, I could do with a new pair of winter combs.
Now, you could do with your head tapping and all. If you can't pay cash, do without. I've never had out I couldn't pay for. And I'll have a milk stout if you're on the move, Minnie Caldwell.
Oh, I wasn't getting up, Ena. I was just going to make myself comfy.
Oh, well, don't. It's your turn. Look, start anything we're like that and you'll finish up by borrowing tea for bailiffs. Oh, I don't suppose the government will let him get away with it. There's such a thing as a credit squeeze, you know.
Oh, if you'll excuse me interrupting you, Ena, I think you're wrong.
Oh, what's Selwyn Lloyd told you that we don't know?
Oh, he never said a word. But you don't mind me correcting you, do you?
What about?
About Frank Barlow's lad. It couldn't be the other one. He's at university. He's going to be a teacher.
Minnie Caldwell, if you was to take the cotton wool out of your ear holes, you'd know we was talking about Mr. Leonard Swindley.
Oh, he wouldn't work here, Martha. He doesn't like sin. Oh, you do say some funny things at times.
Hello, Mr. Swindley.
Oh, Student, I don't wish to be indiscreet, but that object in your hands, I mean, I never think it's quite ladies, you know, parading their personal...
Oh, this isn't mine, Mr. Swindley. It's yours.
Mine? I can assure
I
you
just got it from Mr. Lawrence. He's travelling in Sleep Sweet Nightwear now. You've only just missed him.
Sleep Sweet Nightwear? I don't wear...
No, it's new stock, Mr. Swindley, for the shop. He's let me have 3, and I've ordered 2 dozen more.
2 dozen? Am I to understand they're all of this design?
Oh, yes.
Well, I hardly think this is the type of merchandise for which we've become renowned. It's rather thin material, isn't it?
Diaphanous, Mr. Lawrence called it. It's sort of transparent.
Yes, well, I'm sorry to say, Miss Student, that I think you've rather let the side down. No doubt in the bazaars of Paris there's a market for such transparencies, but Swindley's draperies have always been... No, good afternoon, Mrs.
Hey,
Forster.
leave that where it is. Hey, you're a dark horse, are you?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, not pink nylon, bows and all. I say you are coming on.
Well, of course, if it offends you, I'll have it
Offends
put
me,
away.
no, I think it's smashing. Have you got them in any other colours?
Well,
We've got them in black, and we're getting some in white as well. Oh, and can you get them on tick, same as the other things in your shop?
Oh, yes, credit with respect... Yes, credit is available.
Right. To hell with the coal bill, I'll have one in black.
Oh, with pleasure, Mrs. Driscoll. Pleasure. Of course, you understand this is a new line for us, but as I was just saying to Miss Nugent, this is the type of thing we must specialise in nowadays.
Oh, I see you've got out of your pyjamas then. What's up? Couldn't you sleep?
Right, now say something clever about me monkey. Something dead funny. Go on, it's all the rage on this street, then we'll all have a good laugh.
Well, I was going to say, is it true what I've heard?
What?
About your monkey.
What about you?
Well, they say Annie Walker's got him doing the decorations down at the Rovers.
What are you talking about?
They say he's a dab hand at it and all. Started smashing up the bar already.
It's a pity you've now better to talk about at that place of yours. They have tea parties and they paint pictures and all, you know.
Do they? Where is he now?
He's back where he came from, so hard luck.
Oh, what a shame. I was going to say he made a lovely couple.
Oh.
Hey, guess who was at the Rovers asking for a job today?
Right, this is where we laugh our socks off. Not a monkey by any chance.
You're monkey mad, you are. No, it was Kenneth Barlow.
Kenneth Barlow?
Well, so I've heard.
Well, what's he want a job for? He's got one. He's works manager or something in Trevor Park, isn't
Well,
he?
he's jacked that in. Mr. Walker said he was asking for a job temporary.
They'd lose all the customers.
Why would they?
Well, he's not their type, is he? I mean, they don't go much on poetry and rovers, do they?
Why, do you or something?
That's what I'm telling you, if you'll wash your ears out. He's too much of a snob.
Who is Kenneth Barlow?
Yeah.
I think he's a nice lad if you take the trouble to get to know him. Just because he's got more brains than you.
No, and how do you know he has?
Well, he went to university, didn't he?
You don't have to go to university to wait on, you know. Now, look at Doreen. She were in back row when they were doling brains out, and she's doing all right.
She'll be very pleased to hear that when I tell her she will and all. Who do you think you are all of a sudden, Jeremy York?
Anyway, I'd just like to see him come and have a job at the Orinoco. You have to have a social flair at the Orinoco, mixing with all the stars and that. Just let him come here and ask me for a job. I'll soon tell him where to go.
Well, you've got a chance now, because he's coming here. Hello, Kenneth.
Hello, Christine. Hello. Oh, by the way, a friend of mine saw that monkey of yours in one of the clubs in town.
Lucky for him.
Yes, he said it was very good.
How much did he have to drink?
No, seriously, he did. Must go and see it myself sometime.
Oh, well, he is very good, you know. He's done a lot up and down. Did he enjoy it, that pal of yours?
Yes, he said it was very funny.
Well, we do specialise in variety at the Orinoco, you know.
Oh, you don't specialise in spare time jobs by any chance, do you?
Why, are you on the lookout or something?
Well, you never know, do you? Might ask you to try and find me one of these days.
Oh, well, let me know. I'll see what I can do.
Right, thanks. Cheerio.
Sure, Ken.
When you're running a business, Jack, you've got to keep up with the times. Goodness me, even Mr. Swindler realised that.
Oh, but he's not thinking of pulling down his shop and starting again, is he?
Now, please don't exaggerate. I suggest a few simple alterations.
Simple. You've gone through knocking on for £1 million so far.
Ah, you're only up to labs now.
Well, I can let you have a couple of bob till I get my pension, if that's any help.
It's all very well, him laughing, Mr. Tatlock. He's still in the dark ages. When you're catering for the public, you've got to give them what they want.
Now, since when have the lads wanted stools to sit on? They wouldn't know where to put themselves.
Well, that's a silly thing to say for a start.
Well, they like standing. You like standing, don't you, Len?
Well, I'd look daft chucking me hands with my feet up now.
Oh, you're just being awkward, the whole lot of
We're
it.
the athletic types, us, you know. We're never happy to be dashing about, are we?
Ah, well, you speak for yourself, Len.
Hey, well, what are you talking about? You're standing up, aren't you?
Of course he's standing up because he's got no option. There's nowhere for him to sit down. I know very well you'd prefer to sit now, wouldn't you, Mr. Tatlock? Well, just think of the comfort.
Well, I do like sitting. Yeah? I like standing as well, to tell the truth. I mean, it's just a matter of taste.
Exactly. It's a matter of taste. And that is what this place is going to have.
Oh, Kenneth Barlow included, I suppose.
Now, I gave way to you on that point, Jack. I do think you might let me have my own way in some things, you know.
Hey, what was that you were saying about young Kenneth? I don't think I quite followed. Well, he was in here a bit earlier on, wanted to know if we could fix him up part-time. Oh, Ken?
Yes, but I think we'll have to say no. You see, we're thinking of having Concepta back. And Mr. Walker doesn't really like having nothing to do, you know, do you, love?
Oh, no, I like to keep busy.
Well, that's all right, then, because here's Mr. Barlow. He'll give you something to do.
Oh, Frank. Well, by the way, Frank, while I think of it, will you tell your Kenneth that we've fought it over? And I'm afraid we shall have to say no. We wouldn't really need him, you see. Need him? What for? Why, for waiting on, while he's looking round, you know. But mind, I don't think there's anything to worry about. There are plenty of firms that give anything for a lad like your Kenneth. A bright lad like that won't be out of work for long, not these days.
Please note, next Wednesday's episode will begin 5 minutes earlier at 7:25. 7:25.